Just a quick video for you guys that were asking from the forums here on my K-Swap Mazda RX8, 08 Mazda RX8, rust-free, and 2004 Acura RSX Type S K28-2, fully built it, manly rods, wide-scope pistons, Ferrari valves, ported the head, ported the intake manifold runners. It's a K Miata rear-wheel drive swapped intake manifold. The Mazda RX8 throttle body. I just cut like the coolant ports off to clean it up. I had coolant going through it. I made the throttle body adapter. That was the original version. I kind of made one out of Teflon, cheaper to work with than aluminum. And then that's all done. Made that with a grinder and a Dremel really and a hand drill. MPC Motorsports underdrive alternator pulley. Deleted all the tensioners, the idlers. So it's just running the crank pulley, the water pump, and the alternator. Custom made that header. It's 304 stainless, scheduled 40, and this is 2.5 inch schedule 10 pipe, and these are all 1.5 inch. Pulsar GTX 3582 ball bearing turbo, 2.5 inch hot side pipes going down to 3 inch on the other side. These are X-brace pieces left over from an Audi S4 X-brace. Use those to mount the piece. You can see some of my hacking here. I got to clean that up still, but I'll tack it up and buff it and whatnot. The factory Mazda intake used to go through there, so I didn't really open it up that much. I just kind of cut the bottom, allow access to the rad cap, using a Honda S2000 rad. It's aluminum rad. Fit in there kind of good. I had to finesse it a little bit. Honda S2000 rad hoses, upper and lower. The upper goes to the back and goes to the K-tuned rear-wheel drive coolant neck, and the lower one goes right from the bottom of the rad to the swivel coolant neck. What else? There's the Collins adapter kit. It's the full kit that he offers: the mounts, the clutch, the billet flywheel, the brackets for the mounts. These are Rx8.com engine mounts, just the OE replacement, like upgraded mount. Subframe, I had that all out and powder coated it, blasted, powder coated. The rear subframe also, the cross member that goes like the power plant frame's done. To fit the stock S2000 rad, this is an aluminum one, but to fit the rad in, these are the stock Rx8 brackets. It's just cut, I cut it right there and right here, sliced it to give it a little bend down, and then this one I bent it up, and then it fit in. These are like the stock Rx8 rubbers, even on the bottom. Locations lined up perfect. Worked out good. A couple little things. The fan, it doesn't line up perfect with it. This one I just drilled the hole bigger to slide over the stud, but this one I need to change it. I need to just cut one of these studs off there and weld it on there on the rad, and it'll be good to go for the fans. Stock Rx8 fans. Be running the Adaptronic standalone ECU in it. This is all the wiring. I still have to move all this inside the car, but the Adaptronic runs the rotary engine, or it'll run a piston engine up to a V8. Runs 8 injectors. It'll run this. It's a CAN bus ECU, so it allows you to keep all the ABS, the traction control, the electronic power steering. Has the Collins adapter steering relocation rack kit, and I had this on, but this piece here is from the Lexus IS250. It's a little short extension on here, and that's off the stock column. I had it and I took it out just because I've just put the rack back in. I need to take it in and out still. That's from an 08 Lexus IS250, that little knuckle adapter. Firewall, unfortunately you have to cut the firewall or smash it in. I've done both. I've cut the pocket out and recessed it, and then I thought I was done, put the DEI heat shielding on, went to put the motor in, didn't accommodate for the sensors on the back. So what you're seeing there is I I used a air hammer and then massaged it in. So I'll DHI wrap over top of that. And then this is the stock piece here from the Rx8. So it does fit back in there, but I'm going to weld tabs on it and nut and bolt that in. And I'm going to clean it up. If I need to put some Bondo or smooth it out, whatever, I'm going to clean it and paint that back up. But I wanted this to be able to remove so I can work on the motor without having to pull the engine out. Because if you don't do that, then you need to either drop the engine down or loosen off everything and pull it forward, because you won't be able to pull the valve cover off even. What else do we need to do? The heater core, if you want to keep the heat in your car, that was the coming out the passenger side of the back of the head. You have to cut the factory K-series fitting there and bend it. I just pie cutted it and welded it. So that'll go right around to here, to the heater core, just to keep the heat. And then the other one comes off the back too, right around. All in all, she's pretty close. This braided line right here is for the clutch. I need to tuck that away still. But that one has a 90 on the other end, and I ordered it for a 1989 Nissan 240 or 200, 240 I believe it was, ZX, and it was a manual swap line. It's just a little longer, but it works perfect with the Collins adapter kit. They give you the Mazda Speed 6 slave cylinder, so I needed a 90-degree fitting on this end because it's so tight back there, and I wanted to do braided. So this line was like $45 or $50, and it'll work good. I'm just going to route it back here and tuck it up a little bit nicer when it's done. I think that's it for this. I'll probably do an update in the next few weeks when it's going to start. Tuned by Sean. I bought the Adaptronic ECU from, and he's doing the tuning on it, and I should get the ECU in the next few days here, and I'm going to finish it up and fire it up. Should be a fun little car when it's done. I had the block out when I was apart and soda blasted the block, cleaned it all up. When the wife wasn't home, I threw her in the oven and baked it with the high temp paint on it. But oil pan was powder coated even under there. It's hard to see, but it was all powder coated nice. I just wanted to do it as clean as I could. It's not a really high value car, but if you do a nice job on the swap, it'll be worth more in the end, and you know it's done nice. Little things I still need to clean up though, but this engine probably will come out 2 more times, I'm assuming, before I'm all buttoned up, because this is the first time doing it. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. It's been a fun swap. This intake manifold, I bought it used, and the previous owner, like, he never used it, but I don't know what car he was putting the K-series in, but he had the cut and pocket that for clearance around their booster. I don't love it. I'm probably going to powder coat the intake black to kind of mask that so you don't see it. But I saved a few $100s on it buying it secondhand. Will be a hoot though. Anyways, I'll touch back when I get some more content on this, hopefully when it's running. Be excited. Do some pulls on it. Should be faster than my old Audi when it's done. That's the goal anyways. Faster than my Audi for $10,000 less. That's the goal. So I'm hoping to run a 10 flat or a 9.9 with this car. So we'll see. It's going to have a BMW SMG transmission in it at some point. That's the nice thing about the Collins adapter kit, is you can bolt 3 different BMW, or 2 different BMW trannies or a Mazda RX8 tranny on this adapter plate that's on the back of the engine. So I'll be running a standalone controller and the SMG tranny on it. But right now it's just a stock RX8. So it probably won't be the best for quarter mile, but I just want to get it up and going, drive it around. It'll be a 60 to 130 kind of car. And then as soon as I switch over to the SMG, I have the tranny, paid a few $100s for it, but that'll be going in next. I'll make a cross member up for it and put that in. But I'll be keeping this car as a little toy car. I don't have a terrible amount. I probably have 10,000 into it right now, and that's including building the engine and like all the miscellaneous pieces for the header and whatnot. So it's not a crazy high build, but it'll be good. It'll be a fast car for the price. It just won't be a torque monster. It'll be a high revving car. But okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll update hopefully in a couple weeks when it's running. Thanks, bye.